This right here is the nectar of the gods. Chata. What up, viewers? What up? What up? Calc Soups here, and today is Friday, July 30th, and that means it's time for a quick recap of the week in video game news. One of my favorite publishers is Annapurna Interactive. They've been making games for the last 4 or 5 years now, and I've enjoyed quite a few of them. I had to remind myself which ones they were, with like What Remains of Edith Finch, like some of the upcoming titles like 12 Minutes. They've got Gone Home, just a bunch of games I really liked. A lot of these like really feel good indie video games that I've been looking forward to. They're the ones that have been producing them, so I always keep my eye out on what Annapurna is doing. And this week they had their very own like direct consumer showcase. So they had like 25 or 30 minutes or so where they talked about like 25 or so titles. So all very intriguing, and I'll do, as I always do, I'll do a quick rundown of the ones that caught my eye. The first one, Neon White. I think we saw this, I don't know if it was at E3 or what the previous event was actually, but Neon White is like a card game where you pick up cards and then you use those to kind of affect the shooting aspect of it. So it's a first-person shooter. You pick up a card and that card has a weapon type associated with it. They actually showed a lot of gameplay, so we actually got an in-depth look at how the actual gameplay will figure out. But you pick up a weapon, and then that weapon can be discarded to do like a movement thing, like double jump, or like being dash across, or like a giant like jump lob kind of thing. So all very interesting, and something I've been keeping my eye on. They actually had the creator come on and like run through a level and doing it quick versus slow. The bite-sized levels kind of reminds me a little bit of like Super Hot. How Super Hot is, where it's just like very slow, but somehow it's like methodical and puzzle while also being a first-person shooter. So that's one of the games that caught my eye while at the Annapurna showcase. Another one that I thought looked really fun and cute was Storyteller, where you kind of have pieces to a story puzzle and you're trying to fit them into like scene slides in order to like make this story come to its conclusion. So and you have like prompts that are like make it sad or make it happy. So it looked like a lot of them were make it tragic. So I think it's gonna have a lot of fun and flavor, and I just like the art style of it. So another game that caught my eye. Solar Ash is a game that I think a lot of people have been waiting for quite some time. I don't think we got any more of like a release date or anything, but more confirmations that it's coming out. Solar Ash, I've always kind of struggled with what the game's identity was, but it looks very much like a fast-moving kind of platformer action game, 3D. Yeah, so again, I know it's very popular, but not the one that I'm particularly looking forward to. The game I am particularly looking forward to is Stray. This was announced at, I think last time we saw this was at a PlayStation event like last year. So Stray, you play a cat in a like cyberpunk dystopian future, and eventually you get like a robot companion to help you interact with stuff. But for the most part, you're a cat. They actually showed some pretty funny gameplay of like you scratching up a couch and you like rubbing your butt on people's legs. So you still get to be a cat, but you'll slowly get more and more of this like cyberpunk technology included in how you play. So I'm very much looking forward to Stray, which again I don't think had a firm release date. I think it was holiday this year. And last but not least, the Outer Wilds game that released in 2019 is getting its first and only expansion. Echoes of the Eye was the stinger at the end of the Annapurna showcase, and I am very much looking forward to. As in, I recently did a Friend Zone episode where we kind of reviewed and talked about what a great game Outer Wilds is. So I'll have a link down below for you to check that out. But very good conversation, very lovely game, and I'm really excited to kind of figure out how this new DLC kind of figures into the game, because the game's really kind of set. So how do you add more kind of content, and how does that kind of fit in? So even the lead developer was like, yes, I'm going to give you this cryptic trailer because that's all we really can do based on the nature of the game. So I'm very much looking forward to checking that out on September 28th, actually, this year. I only wait two short months to check out the Outer Wilds expansion. But those are all the games that kind of caught my eye at the Annapurna Interactive. We didn't get any more information on like 12 Minutes or Telling Lies, another series of games that I'm looking forward to. But I don't have to wait too much longer for 12 Minutes, actually, because it comes out in like 2 weeks. So looking forward to that as well, but wasn't very much part of the showcase. And a lot of them were just teasers to other titles that really didn't have a working title. It was just collaborations with certain teams and certain people that you know in the industry. So that was something that kind of caught my eye, but there's not really much to report other than a couple people are working together to create something that is described and looks wonderful. Looking forward to seeing more from Annapurna, hopefully later this year. Also, launching this week, we had Tribes of Midgard, a game that caught my eye at E3 during the Gearbox presentation was the last time I think we saw this. Didn't really get a lot of time during that, but the game's now here and it's launched. At first, I thought it was going to be like an isometric camera angle Valheim, because they were promising like you building up kind of a base and you fighting monsters and there was all kind of the Norse mythology of it all. But it looks more like it's like Viking Diablo. It's really action RPG again with the isometric camera angle. Yeah, I think it's very much going for that action RPG Diablo feel. So I know that's launched this week. I think it's not a full review, or it's not a full launch. I think we're like in an early access period, so I didn't get too many reviews on it, but I think what I've seen and the gameplay I've watched has been very positive. I'm very much looking forward to another big game that I can play with a group of friends on the same server. So looking to fight some monsters in Midgard sometime soon. And let me know if you're in and what you think, what your thoughts are on it so far. Pokemon Unite has already added its first character less than a week from launch. That's right, Gardevoir is here, and she's very much a glass cannon. In the game, there are 5 roles within Pokemon Unite, and Gardevoir is a ranged kind of DPS character, kind of more like a mage, nuker, something like that, but very glass cannon-y. It's good to see that they're constantly updating and going to add more characters. Like I said last week, they have hundreds of characters that they can pull from, so definitely looking to see more and more. I doubt that they'll keep up releases at this rate, but hopefully we get a pretty good and even cadence of when we'll see new characters. Fingers crossed, I'm hoping for more tanks and support characters, which it sounds like Squirtle is going to be next, and that will be a kind of more tanky character. So hopefully we have more tanks to work with, because right now I think we're running with like 3 of each, and like there's a half dozen ranged characters. So I think Gardevoir getting added adds more. So yeah, very much looking to get more tanks in it, but really enjoying Pokemon Unite and playing the new Pokemon MOBA with my friends. Speaking of playing games with my friends, Back 4 Blood's open beta, we got a trailer for that this week. There's an open beta that is happening in the middle of August 12th, with potentially early access for, I assume, like streamers. So I'm looking forward to playing Back 4 Blood with an open beta. I got to play the closed beta, which was 2 months ago now. Maybe more than that. I think back in March. Yeah, very much looking forward to playing more Back 4 Blood with my friends. We want to play first-person shooters and shoot zombies with us to get back to that old Left 4 Dead nostalgia that we all crave. So, yeah, only have 2 short weeks before I can start playing an open beta with my friends, and I'll have a link down below to that trailer so you can check it out for yourself. Apparently everything's about Pokemon and playing with friends. This week we also had a new Pokemon Snap is adding more content to the game. There's 20 more levels being added, and when I tried to look up price, I was actually surprised that it is a free update. It came with, the trailer for it came with a kind of heartfelt thank you to the fans, and had a bunch of pictures that were taken by fans. And yeah, the new 20 levels, including like Mew, which is very nostalgic, having chased Mew through the old Pokemon Snap. Very much looking forward to chasing Mew through the new one. They also had like Psyduck kind of expeditions where things get a little bit kooky. But I was really happy to see that this is all free. So very cool. I bet anybody who played New Pokemon Snap really enjoyed it. Again, another title that I did a friend zone review of. But you can get more content for free and get more Pokemon, because that is one maybe criticism that I had of New Pokemon Snap, was they really didn't use too much of the roster there. So hoping to get more New Pokemon Snap. Continuing the trials and tribulation of Activision Blizzard, this week there was a staged walkout by its employees. They also signed a petition saying that the Activision Blizzard's response to the sexual harassment allegations and the filing of the lawsuit last week, they had a really crummy response to that, and so employees have kind of banded together to say it's a really shitty response, and we want better from our employers. So not too much has happened beyond the walkout, but really exciting to see the employees band up and stand up against their employer, especially with just kind of how shitty the response was, and some of the higher ups claiming that it's false allegations and a whole bunch of other crap. So really exciting to see, and I'll have to reach out to my friends over there to see what's going on, and hopefully something comes of it. Especially on the back of this, I think Ubisoft is being pulled in the limelight, and a lot of the employees at Ubisoft are talking about how they haven't seen kind of the institutional changes that they were looking for. So I'm wondering if that's kind of all getting pulled in, and hopefully we see the changes that we need within the industry. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Is hopefully we can see some change, and something comes from this, something actionable and substantial comes. Moving along, two big pushbacks, or two big pushed release dates, is Horizon Forbidden West has been pushed out of the year. I think I called this back in February when PlayStation was talking about their 2020 lineup, that I felt like a lot of this was going to get pushed, and I think the people who thought God of War was going to fall in this year, I thought those people were crazy. And for Horizon Forbidden West, I think we had some kind of inclinations that it could come out late this year, but I definitely felt like it was going to get pushed. I think it'd be kind of nice to get it back into that late February timeframe that the first one launched in, and that would be like a 4-year cycle, which I think is kind of typical for some of these titles. So they did say that it would come out in early 2022, so I've kind of got my fingers crossed for that kind of late February timeframe, like it came out, like Horizon Zero Dawn came out. So that's my guess. Let me know what your guess is down below when we'll see Horizon Forbidden West. Also, another PlayStation exclusive, Kena Bridge of Spirits got pushed. I was very much looking forward to this. It got pushed 4 weeks from the end of August 28th, to mid to late September 21st. So still looking forward to playing Kena Bridge of Spirits, one of the games I was very much looking forward to last year's PlayStation event, PlayStation 5 event. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Kena Bridge of Spirits, and thankfully I only have to wait 4 more weeks. That was one of the games I was very much looking forward to playing in the next month, but now it's going to be, adding 3 or 4 more weeks to it is not too big a hassle. So I am still waiting and looking forward to playing it. Speaking of PlayStation, we always have to talk about the opposition. Xbox did a funny brand integration with Krispy Kreme this week to bring us next generation donuts. There's a box that's going to be available early August. I think it was like 2nd to 22nd. You can get a box of Xbox next generation donuts. I don't they were kind of round. At least what I saw in the trailer was they were kind of round. So I don't know if they're filled with anything or if they're just glazed, but they have like a white Xbox symbol with a green X on it. Definitely something I will look forward to getting. I haven't had Krispy Kreme in quite some time, so now would be the perfect time to go get a box of Krispy Kremes. Apparently, they'll also be available in stores as well as at a Krispy Kreme location. So if you don't have one near you, you might be able to pick it up at your local grocer as well. So yeah, I'm looking for next generation donuts in the next couple weeks. Death's Door launched last week. I think I talked a little bit about it. It is very much a isometric Zelda. A lot of the articles I was reading was calling it Zelda-like. The fact that you gather souls made it very Souls-like to me. And the fact that you die and rinse and repeat and then go back to your same spot felt very Souls-like to me. But the game has already reached 100K players, so very much looking forward to checking this out. As a huge Zelda fan and not so much of a Dark Souls fan, I'm still very much looking forward to getting my hands on Death's Door. Gotta find some time to play some of these games, so looking forward to playing that sometime soon. Last but not least, Monster Hunter Rise, which is very much known as the Monster Hunter where you can ride an animal companion, is getting a crossover with everyone's favorite video game dog. That's right, Okami is coming to Monster Hunter Rise. So I thought this was a really cool brand integration. Monster Hunter Rise, like I said, very much known for you riding your mount around and actually having it fight with you. And Okami has really good fight scenes and is a very iconic dog. I was actually scratching my head to try and think of a more iconic video game dog than Okami. You know, my favorite always goes to like dog meat. But I don't know how iconic dog meat is other than being your dog animal companion. So let me know what you think the iconic video game dogs are. But yeah, I always liked Monster Hunter's brand integration, how they bring in creatures and people from other IPs to play in the Monster Hunter series. There was the whole Witcher as part of Monster Hunter World, and a lot of other like Capcom costumes that got pulled into Monster Hunter World. So glad to see that they are continuing to add brand integrations into their Monster Hunter games. So check out the Okami. I think it launches today actually on July 30th. So go and sign into your Monster Hunter Rise and get your Okami character mount. That's it for the week. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this content. If you do, follow, like, and subscribe to me on YouTube and Twitch so you can see more great content like this. I'll have links down below in the description. Thanks again. I hope you have a super day. I hope you have a super week. You have a super day. Bye.